All right, quick follow-up to the last Movement Monday. I'm even wearing the same shirt to remind you so you can link them up. I want to start to do that. Make sure you know which video goes to which video so that we're progressing here together. Okay, so here's one of the things that I think happens a lot. So we did this last time, right? Releasing in the head and neck here, helping to recalibrate. I think one of the big things that dance teachers communicate a little inappropriately and therefore gets really twisted around for students' heads is this idea of images that have anything to do with a straight spine. Okay. And also the confusion of spine versus back. Your back is just one small section. Generally, your back is sort of like, say, from T1 or C7 down to T12, right down into the waist. And that's usually sort of your back. And it's quite a small piece versus your spine. And the other thing about your spine is your spine actually curves a lot more into the middle of your body than you think. And a lot of students just put their spine only on the back. Now, yeah, I can feel portions of my spine. The spinous process in my back, but there's a whole lot of stuff in front of that. Okay, so that gets a little bit confused. So I think we should be using the word spine instead of back, just as a start, so that we don't keep telling them it's only your back surface. It might be the back half of me, but it's not just my back surface. That's number one. So number two with that is the idea of where does my plumb line fall with regards to my head? And the image that I've used a lot for students is this idea of being a flag head or a lollipop head. Okay, so if I'm a flag head, I'm just going to use a little prop. So let's pretend this is the big flag part waving this piece of paper. And here's like the flagpole. But a lot of times people come with their spine at the back and their head in the front. And then they move everything like a flag. Now, if I think of it instead like a lollipop, where the stick comes up right in the middle, and then I can pivot around here, that means then that the center line of my neck, or the center line between all the curves of the spine, is right up through the middle. There's just as much in front, so let's say my nose is here, and just as much in back, rather than that. This is what I think a lot of kids do. They have their head so far forwards, all these neck muscles are always tense trying to pull it back. So we need to get them here. So again, you did this last week, right? I can come up now behind my ears a little higher and just make sure that I feel that I'm pivoting right behind my ears. Okay, and this idea then too, that there's just as much forwards as there is back. All right, so a previous video I also had about hand on the navel and fingers here on the chin to put it back in line. When I put it back in line, it functions so much more smoothly. You can check that differently by putting it forward and feel how it doesn't want to move. Now, also had comments about it, people pulling it back. That I believe it's another reason. I think we need to make sure, first of all, that it's in line. The pulling back is often an overdone. Okay, so if I'm not here, but I'm here, then I'm often pulling back with these muscles, and it's almost like it gets rolled back. It's still never found its little balance point. And that could be because of chronic tension here. Okay, so number one would be make sure your students know that they have just as much front as they do back, and that the center line, their lollipop stick, would come up right in front of the ear here. Okay, start with that, and then next time, look for the green shirt. I'll keep the green shirt on for you. Next time, I'm going to talk a little bit about the jaw and why maybe dancers pull back, such as in an arabesque or something. Okay, but that's it for today. All right, bye everybody.